As usual, a group of 33 workers went to work in a mine 2,300 feet underground. The depth of the mine they were working in was even greater than the Shanghai Tower, the world's second tallest building. This mine shaft was the only way in and unfortunately also the only way out. The temperature at the bottom of the mine where the workers were toiling was extremely high. On this day, all operations inside the mine were proceeding as normal, but then something happened that completely changed the lives of these workers. Stay tuned for another exciting video. Nazarene. It was August 5th, 2010, when copper and gold mining was underway in a mine located in the heart of Chile's Atacama Desert. This mine, known as San Jose, was operated by a private company. The bottom of the mine was 2,300 feet below ground, accessible via a spiral track where workers and miners were transported daily using jeeps. In this 120-year-old mine, 30 to 40 workers lost their lives every year, and on that fateful day of August 5th, 2010, there were 33 people present inside. At the underground location where these miners were working, an accident occurred due to cracks in the mine, causing a massive boulder to fall and completely block the mine's entrance. Removing this obstruction was virtually impossible under any circumstances. While the workers were unharmed by the accident itself, they found themselves trapped 2,300 feet below ground with limited food supplies, no contact with the surface, and a dwindling oxygen supply due to being enclosed from all sides. It was as if these workers, representing 30% of the mine's workforce, were buried alive in a grave. Remarkably, after a harrowing 69 days, they were successfully rescued from the mine alive. But how was this incredible feat accomplished? How did those who carried only one meal with them survive for 69 entire days? How did they manage with such limited oxygen? And what challenges did the engineering team face to rescue the workers trapped at the bottom of a mine that took 120 years to dig? You'll learn all this in today's video. So, let's get started. Challenge number 1. This dangerous collapse occurred at 2 p.m. and its intensity was so high that not only did dust billow from the mine's entry point, but it also shook the surrounding area. This news spread like wildfire throughout Chile. The mining company immediately issued an emergency alert. Everyone was worried whether their loved ones were alive or not, but it was crucial to go inside the mine and check. The mining company stated that due to this collapse, the mine had become very unstable and entering it was extremely dangerous. For this reason, the mining company refused to conduct a rescue operation. As time passed, hope for the survival of the workers trapped in the mine was fading. However, there was a retired miner named Jose Vega present, who was the father of Alex, one of the trapped workers. To save his son at any cost, Jose agreed to risk his own life. Challenge number 2. When retired miner Jose drove his car into the mine, the scene inside was completely different. Jose said that there were deep cracks throughout the mine and small rocks were still continuously falling. Jose knew that the mine was very unstable and could collapse on him at any moment, but he still kept going deeper inside. A little further, as Jose continued forward, what he saw was very difficult for him to believe. His path was blocked by a massive boulder, the very same rock that had caused the entire mine to collapse. This was no ordinary stone, but an enormous mound of diorite, a rock that is twice as hard as granite. According to an estimate, this boulder weighed as much as 7 million tons, meaning its mass was even greater than that of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. It was now certain that under no circumstances could this boulder be cut or removed. However, because Jose had worked in this mine for many years, he knew that there was also a ventilation tunnel in the mine which went directly to the bottom. So Jose gathered the search party and started preparing to enter the mine through the ventilation shaft. They were in the midst of preparations when suddenly there was a loud explosion. It was the second collapse, and this collapse also crushed the ventilation shaft. Challenge number 3. After the ventilation shaft was crushed, Jose had lost his last hope of saving his son. The human team no longer had any option to go inside the mine. A full 24 hours had passed. The matter had become so viral that the Chilean government had to step in. Chile's mining minister Lawrence Goldburn ordered high-speed drilling rigs after visiting the mine as a last hope to save the trapped workers. However, the question of how to locate the workers through the drilling still troubled everyone. Operation head Raul Dagnino decided to drill 6-inch wide holes in 3 sections of the mine and use cameras to find the trapped workers. However, another issue arose. The operation head said that solid rocks in the ground could deflect the drilling pipe from its intended location, causing them to miss their target. It was like standing 2,000 feet from a basketball hoop and trying to score. The chance of finding the workers through this drilling method was a mere 1%, but with no other options and time running out, decreasing the workers' chances of survival, the drilling operation commenced. Challenge number 4. Now, a total of 7 days had passed and the drilling work was still ongoing. Experts suspected that workers were trapped in 3 locations inside the mine. The first location was 1,000 feet below where no movement of any kind could be seen. The second location was 1,660 feet below, but there too, there was nothing but darkness. The restlessness of the people present at the mining site kept increasing, and gradually the chances of the workers' survival were also diminishing. The drilling work continued day and night without any break, and now it was time to drill at the third and final location. This location was 2,300 feet below ground, where a small room was present which was also called the refuge. In emergency situations, workers gather in the refuge where 3 days' worth of food is available. However, a new problem arose. It would take another week to get the drilling pipe to the refuge. 1 week had already passed and now it would take 1 more week. Even if the workers had reached the refuge, they would only have 3 days of food. With no other option, drilling work resumed. Challenge number 5. Experts now had to send the drilling pipe at a specific angle to reach the refuge, aiming to hit it directly after 2,300 feet. A special angle was calculated and drilling began. After 7 continuous days of drilling, the pipe reached 2,300 feet down, but there was only darkness. It was discovered that the pipe had missed the refuge by just 100 feet. 14 days had now passed, and the chances of the workers being alive were slim to none. Despair had set in, and the operation head had even announced the end of the rescue mission. But then, Chile's mining minister Lawrence Goldburn requested one final drilling attempt based on his personal calculations. So, drilling work started one last time. After 3 more days, the drilling pipe once again reached 2,300 feet down. They were about to remove the pipe and send down a camera when suddenly the mining ministry heard a strange sound coming from the pipe. At first, they thought it might be the sound of falling rocks. But upon checking with a stethoscope, it sounded like someone was hitting the pipe with a hammer. The process of extracting the pipe began immediately. After 6 hours, when the pipe returned, there was something on it that was hard to believe. Yes, the pipe was painted red and had a piece of paper attached to it, which said that the workers were trapped in the refuge but still alive. Upon learning this, the people there burst into tears of joy. But what scene was captured when a camera was sent inside through the 6-inch hole? How did these people survive for 17 days with only 3 days worth of food? How were they kept alive for 52 more days when it was impossible to rescue them through a 6-inch opening? So how were they finally brought out after 69 days? You'll be able to find out all of this in part 2 of the video. Hopefully you will also give plenty of likes and shares. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the next exciting part of the video.